It's the NFL on EA Sports. And up next, we'll see the dual threat, Christian McCaffrey. Your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing. It's the 49ers and the Bears. And it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
Here come the 49ers, and they are led by Brock Purdy. You know the story, taken last in the 2022 draft. The last two seasons, he has led the Niners deep in the playoffs, and it's his third season, Greg, as the QB for San Francisco.
You know you have a good week, Mike, when it takes all 5 fingers on one hand just to show how many touchdowns you threw in last week's win. Now, do we expect him to do that 2 weeks in a row? I'm not sure that's realistic, but as long as he continues to operate at this high of a level, they're going to have a strong chance to win every single week.
There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. Here's 2nd and 9. Purdy works out of the pistol. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. Third down, 3 to go. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Has his man, it's Samuel. That is catch number 60 for the season.
I think it's so critical to start the game fast. When you hear every coach and player harp on it in their press interviews and in their conferences, it's something that everybody stresses, but it's easier said than done. So I think for them to come out and face an early 3rd down and be able to pick up a first and extend this possession, I think it goes a long way towards everybody on that sideline and in that huddle just taking a deep breath.
And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down.
Holding.
Let's check on the call. That's on the 11-time Pro Bowler, Trent Williams.
Still first down.
Let's go now.
Throwing is Purdy. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
1st and 10. Off the bootleg, it's Purdy. And finds Samuel working across the field.
Let's add that to the list of great throws we've seen out of this quarterback here in the first half. We thought he might be in line to have a good game, especially against this style of defense. But let's be honest, Mike, he's been more than just good. He's been sensational.
A give for McCaffrey running right. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap to Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Now Jake Moody for the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Velus Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bears come out with their quarterback, Caleb Williams. All of Chicago hoping this is the man who can finally answer that long search for a franchise quarterback for the Bears. Won the Heisman. He's the #1 overall pick in this past year's draft.
And he's coming off a game where he's pretty much held in check for the majority of the contest. He had a couple nice throws here and there, and I think that's what gives this team hope that he is the quarterback for the future, Mike, because when he's on, it looks like big boy football. The problem is they just don't see it enough. He didn't get into any sort of established rhythm, never found the end zone, and of course he had the 1 interception. I think today, get him off to a good start, get an idea of what the defense is looking to do to counter you, and find some easy layups to get this quarterback going. I think last week they weren't able to do it, and if they don't find early success today, I have a feeling the result might not be all that different.
A big-time play for the Bears. 32 yards. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Brought in by the tight end, Cole Kmet.
Well, there's fast starts, Mike, and then there's this. It just seems like it's completion after completion, and now they find themselves in plus territory. Every team has their fringe red zone down to their red zone plan, and once you cross midfield, you got to be thinking 6, at the worst 3, but you're coming away with points. The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
And he will have that 1st down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down. To throw is Williams. That's over the middle and intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety. And the Niners are going to take over here at their own 22.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception. But in this case, it's the 1st half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue. Because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Go!
They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Let's go now.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Ready. Hut. Set, go.
Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
Here we go. Ready.
To throw, it's Purdy. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Purdy on target to Ayuk, and the 49ers have a 1st down.
This quarterback has a reputation for being one of the faster quarterbacks in the league, but what I loved here is, yes, he used his legs, but he remained a passer for as long as he could, and leads to a nice pickup.
Matt Eberflus disagrees with that call, and he has thrown the challenge flag.
Play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play,
So the challenge is
ruling on the field
unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the 1st quarter. 1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this.
Ready.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Ready. Hut.
They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
Ready. Set, go.
They need 2. Here's Purdy. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Here we go. Set. Hut. Go.
They run once more with McCaffrey. Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard. Looking to convert for the 3rd time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. They've been in complete control. They've been able to dictate what they want to do offensively and make the defense react. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that after this long drive would be a bit of a letdown.
It's Samuel on the screen. And he's going to be taken down right around the 9.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
That's caught by McCaffrey. Stop at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
3rd and goal. It's Purdy. To the goal line and in. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown, 49ers. On is Moody to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the 49ers move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. That is left side and taken in by Allen. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Williams. Down the field, it's DJ Moore. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Herbert. Has some room inside the 30. The speed on display. He's in. Khalil Herbert. Touchdown, Chicago. That's his 8th touchdown of the season.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. The kick is good. And the Bears are on the board. It's now 14-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And he's putting together a remarkable season, currently leading the NFL in passing yards as we play here in the month of December.
Let's go.
The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Finding his tight end there. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. Here's 3rd and 7.
Ready. Hut, go.
From the gun, it's Purdy. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. So the drive stalls out, and here's the Aussie Mitch Wishnowsky to punt. Velus Jones back deep. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break.
And set up.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Toward the sideline, he's got Allen.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. He's still on his feet. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
And he'll take it on in. Gerald Everett. Touchdown, Bears. On is Santos for the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Bears will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And he is the NFL leading rusher here in the month of December. A strong finish in the final stretch could earn him the crown. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Ready.
Purdy to throw. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. And no chance to turn and go That one good for just a couple.
Well, I can promise you that's not what they had in mind when they called that play. They're thinking either catch the defense in deep, soft coverage, or maybe get lucky in their blitzing. In this case, they get neither and pick up a minimal gain. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On third down, it's Purdy. Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. And he's going to take this one all the way. 73 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Moody now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the 49ers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Jones now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bears offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Williams. In trouble, and down he goes. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they're going to play it safe with a run. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead as those two teams approach halftime. The Seahawks trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we'll jet east to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at the Link. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Saquon Barkley, an afternoon to remember. 4 touchdown runs. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Khalil Shakir, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. The Niners got a fine performance in the first half from one of their leaders, Brock Purdy. He threw a first quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Jones now on the return. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. The Bears offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down.
Let's go. Let's go.
On the ground, it's Herbert to start the drive. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Off play action. Here's Williams. This pass caught. Right side, it's Allen. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Nick Bosa, the former All-Pro, in there for the sack.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
He finds his big tight end, Everett. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor. Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Third down and 9. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He's got the hook up there to Odunze. And he's in. Roll, Odunze. Touchdown, Chicago. And that is touchdown number 1 in the National Football League career of a guy, Greg, taken high in the draft, hoping for moments like that.
When you get drafted in the first round, Mike, let alone as a wide receiver, the expectation in the NFL today is that you need to come in and be an immediate impact player. Plays like this continue to build that relationship with the quarterback, and I think this guy's got a real bright future.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will even this score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Brock Purdy and the NFC champs back out to begin this next drive. And he is right up there in touchdown passes, as you see on that graphic, currently second in the NFL at this point in the season. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now it's McCaffrey. Room to run at the 40. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
They'll go back to McCaffrey on 1st down. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Let's go now.
Here's a 2nd and 12.
Ready, go.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
And it just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the second.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll motion over Samuel. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Out comes the #1 overall pick, Caleb Williams, and the rest of the Chicago offense. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. A play fake. Now Williams gonna look deep, looking for more. And the Niners will have great field position right around midfield. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Here's 1st and 10. Now flags fly. Looks like someone got going early, and it's going to turn into 1st and 15.
Still first down.
On the set. Ready. Hot. Check go.
Purdy going to give this one to McCaffrey. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
And this is just more of the same, picking up exactly where he left off in the first half. And these numbers, Mike, as you see them, they just pop out at you. I mean, he has been the driving force of this offense from the very start.
2nd down and 8.
Set. Ready.
Again, it's McCaffrey. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. That's a slant to Ayuk. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Pass caught by Pearsall. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Really nice play here by Ricky Pearsall. And when you look around this 49ers offense, Mike, and you give Kyle Shanahan just one more weapon. A guy with elite hands, a polished route runner coming out of the college game in Florida. He just gives one more weapon to go in with Debo and Christian McCaffrey and George Kittle. I mean, this has the makings of one of the scarier offensive skill units in the entire NFL. And even though he's a young rookie, I think by year end, I think Pearsall is going to have a huge impact on the success of this 49ers offense.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. And they'll run here with McCaffrey. He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal. Now here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. Ready, go.
Again, it'll be McCaffrey. Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with McCaffrey. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. And 60 on the year. On is Moody to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the 49ers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's caught left side by Odunze. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Into space at the 45. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. Third and long. We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. To the sideline. He's got more.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. They're going for it. Here's Williams. He's got his big target, Everett. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. The big tight end, Cole Kmet. Receiver. And it'll be second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. It's actually the easiest down in football to operate in. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and...
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked up by Renardo Green.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The 49ers offense and Christian McCaffrey getting set for their next possession. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. Brought down at the 21, a gain of 1. Here's 2nd and 9.
Set, go. Go.
Running left, it's McCaffrey. And this will wind up a Niners first down. He'll take it up to about the 33-yard line. A gain of 11 there, and a first down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33.
Let's go now. Cut it. Set, go.
They'll run the toss with McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking a timeout. $1:54 to go. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Here we go.
On the handoff, McCaffrey. And a short gain there, down only to the 48. And now we get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Set. Let go.
To the right side, this is McCaffrey. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. The Bears go ahead, take their 3rd and final timeout. We'll talk things over before 3rd down.
Let's go. Set, go.
They'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. They'll run here with McCaffrey. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On the ground, it's McCaffrey. And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a first down. So a win here for the 49ers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got Javarius Ward. We've heard his name plenty this season with 37 tackles so far. It's the 49ers and the Rams under the lights on Thursday night.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The L.A. offense going to go to work for the first time, and it is the veteran Matthew Stafford at the helm in his 16th NFL season and 4th with the Rams.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Stafford going to put it up right away. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now here are the key inactives for this one, Charles. And as you get towards the latter stages of the season, you hope that this is a clean graphic with no names, but that's hard to do in the NFL.
Yeah, there's almost no way you think it's going to be like that. It's just a matter of what names are on the list and how you prepare to play without them. Everyone wants to finish strong. Well, the only way to do it, forget the inactive list and focus on the guys who are going to take the field.
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. To throw is Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll run for the first time here with Kyron Williams. And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This defense for the Niners, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
It's complete to Robinson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 23. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game. Like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. These two teams, remember, met in Inglewood earlier in the year with the Rams coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. In motion, the tight end. Throwing is Stafford. And that is incomplete here.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Then they'll send the tight end in motion left. Stafford looks to throw again. He finds Robinson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Demarcus Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Well, the 49ers getting ready to go on offense, and it's the Pro Bowler Brock Purdy at the helm in his third NFL season now out of Iowa State.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win.
Here we go, sack.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. He was creeping up toward 200 yards. Thought he was going to get there. Didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Ready, go. Go.
Back to throw, Purdy. That's caught by Jennings. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game you play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. That's about what you would expect, since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Taken down at the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Purdy. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And now a fake on the jet sweep, and instead they'll give it to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Niners first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. You talk about this Rams defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league. 17th in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people. Put them on the ground.
Purdy from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, On offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Those shoulders went from parallel to square, and then he brought force with him to finish that run. Oh, that's impressive.
And we saw a lot of that a week ago when he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they are looking at a second down and 6 coming up. Purdy looking to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. No gain on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel from 19 yards away. And the Niners are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Jake Moody now for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Rams offense and Puka Nacua ready to take over once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41. Second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
Ready.
Stafford. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They go back to the ground with Williams. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Automatic first down.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Stafford going to give this one to Corum. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 28. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. They'll try and run for the first with Corum. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So on fourth down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Then he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
2 yards to go, second down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun, Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score.
Let's go now.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's Byron Young, who ranged in that time and stopped him for a loss.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Purdy bootlegging it. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Niners have taken the lead. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And as we near the conclusion of the regular season, nobody has surpassed the amount of receptions that he has put up to this point. Now Stafford. Screen play set up for Williams. Fighting his way through contact. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Stafford. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again is Stafford. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Here's Stafford. Under pressure, they got him again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The Niners offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. And here we are in the month of December with his name sitting atop the leaders in rushing yards as the season nears its end. Strong finish here in the final stretch of games could earn him the crown. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Purdy now to throw. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He got 29 yards that time. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. Now Purdy. That's caught at the 25. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now with Purdy. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Juwan Jennings as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Here's Stafford. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
The final shot before the break, Stafford. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. As far as the early games go in that 1 o'clock window, we'll be focused on that game in Nashville. A big one for the Titans as they'll square off against the Cincinnati Bengals. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the New England Patriots. And lastly, we'll be tuned in on Sunday night for what should be a great one between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. We saw a fine performance in the first half from the former Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy. He lit up the sky with 3 first-half touchdown passes as his guys were rolling in the early part of this football game. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. Both these teams running through their final adjustments before they head out for the second half. Time for us to go back to Levi's Stadium as we'll hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The 49ers offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. They find some open field here. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Purdy. Slant route connects with Deebo Samuel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. Escapes the defender. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They begin the drive with Williams. Powering his way forward, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 33. Throwing is Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Stafford. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. To the air again, Stafford. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. From the gun, here's Stafford. And it's caught. Touchdown. Colby Parkinson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Niners offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And certainly not the greatest of punts there. This will get out of bounds right at their own 40-yard line. Now the Rams offense getting the football back.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Stafford. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Stafford now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Williams going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Williams again. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Purdy from the gun. Pass caught by Pearsall. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. Back to throw, Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here we go, set.
Purdy looking to throw. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. Call it a gain of a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Now when Sale's out of bounds, the side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field.
Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much.
Ready.
Stafford.
They'll get this one complete to Atwell.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Here's Stafford.
Right back to Atwell. That's complete.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
That connection seemed to work out okay on the first play of the drive. Why not go right back to it? And once again, this defense is left without an answer as they surrender back-to-back first downs.
Now Stafford.
That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Stafford looks to throw again. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. From the 50, it's Stafford. He finds Robinson. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
Now it's Stafford. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Stafford. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. The big fella. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Now Moody for the PAT.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So now Stafford and the Rams down by 15. A little over 80 ticks to go. A fourth straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Throwing is Stafford. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Ready.
Now Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
He's got Atwell. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. Open man is Atwell, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing again is Stafford. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Partner, he just surpassed 60,000 career passing yards. I remember when you and I were there when he hit 50, now 60. Where does this stop?
I don't know where it stops, but how did we even calculate this one, right? Long division? New math? Use an abacus?
I trusted you. You're smarter than I am.
My calculator shorted out on this one. 60,000 yards. Congratulations.
Man, has it been fun to track his career, and it continues. Back to throw, Stafford. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Boy, this crowd is on pins and needles now because anytime you see the ball heading for the end zone, you really hold your breath, and they come out of their seats. That one falls incomplete.
Again, it's Stafford. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Extra point splits the uprights as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory and a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
So for the 49ers, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Miami next week. Meanwhile, for the Rams, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.